Hello everybody, this is running to Bob here, and I gotta make sure that the timer thingy is working, which is why I always look there whenever I start these videos. But yeah, good old burp. So this is the 2017 Toyota Save Mart 350 at Sonoma review. The reason why this review has taken so long to come out is because I haven't really had any time to record it. Like Sunday night I couldn't really record it. Monday I couldn't really record it. But I just, of course, sausage is happening outside. But yeah. Um, so let's talk about the race. So yeah. So I'm probably not gonna remember everything from the race, considering it's been a little while since I've obviously seen it. But I guess I'm just gonna pull everything off of the top of my head of what I can remember from the race. So the Xfinity race, the Xfinity race was at Iowa this weekend, and I'll go into the Xfinity race. I didn't actually watch the Xfinity race, but there was some technical events that are really worth talking about. Like, William Byron gets its first ever Xfinity Series victory, and many of the underdogs seem to finish high in this race, and we have good battles at Iowa. I mean, when is NASCAR gonna ever take the hint that if you take Cup drivers out of the Xfinity Series, you can have an exciting battle, but as long as you're leaving those Cup guys in these Xfinity races, they're just gonna dominate the Xfinity Series races, and the Xfinity Series race is gonna remain very boring to watch, I gotta say. It's why I rarely watch the Xfinity Series races these days. Usually I just watch the Cup races, because those are the races that really matter. Although I kind of wish I had recorded, or maybe watched the Iowa race. There's that school bus. I don't know why that school bus is here, but whatever. So yeah, Iowa. I'm probably gonna rewatch the race when it comes to YouTube, maybe sometime later in the summer. In fact, there's actually a few races on the NASCAR YouTube channel that I want to watch this summer and maybe do a race review on them. Like, there's the 2016 All-Star race. There's the Xfinity Series race at Phoenix, which I missed out on. The one in the one early in the year, and now the Iowa race. I have missed out on a great show. Oh damn. Oh well, I'm sure I can catch up on these races eventually. So, now let's go into the race that I did watch. That was the Cup race at Sonoma. And apparently a few Cup guys entered that K&N Pro Series race. I was at Sonoma on the same weekend. Yeah, I didn't see that. I don't think that full race is going to be uploaded to YouTube. Maybe it will. But, So again, let's get into the race that I did watch. So, in this Cup race at Sonoma, this race at Sonoma, five different people made their Cup Series debut at Sonoma. 5 road course guys, some of them who were nearing hanging up their helmets, and a few others who wanted to, just run NASCAR, just because why not? Yeah, one of those drivers was Boris Said. Pretty strange thingy right there. Yeah, he's 55 years old. 55 years old. And next up he's going to run Watkins Glen and then hang up his helmet. I mean, he is 55 years old, and usually most people seem to retire at the age of 45 these days, but some of them try to go on and on. Like, I believe there's a driver in the Xfinity who was like 58 years old, something like that. But yeah, Boris Said 55 years old and is soon to retire now. And they got another road course ace in the 43, because Bubba Wallace was over in Iowa during the Xfinity race. So that gave Mr. Road Course Ace in the 43 a chance to race in NASCAR for the first time. And some say that he also raced at Le Mans this year in one of the 4 GTs. That must have been pretty cool. And there's a few other that I don't know at all. There's a thingy at the top, notification. I always seem to get the notifications during the videos. I don't know why, but So let's go into the events of the race. I don't remember much, but I'll just remember the most important events. Martin Truex Jr. gets, I believe, his 10th stage win this year, and then the following lap, someone else gets a stage win. I forget who that was, but was it Kyle Busch or somebody else who won stage two? I don't know. It was someone. Not really many accidents in this race, but nah, accidents happen now and again, but they didn't happen in similar. It's like there was no real big accidents that brought the caution. Oh yeah, but there was that Dale Jr. spin which took out Danica Patrick, and then there was the crash where I believe Danica Patrick crashed and took out her boyfriend. That was a bit sausagey. And other than that, no key big crashes worth talking about. And now we come to the end of the Sonoma race, and I was hoping that the outcome would never be this, but Kevin Harvick dominates the race and gets his first Ford win ever. His first ever victory in the Cup Series in a Ford. I didn't want this to happen this year at all, and it has. I was hoping that Kevin Harvick was going to be winless this season, and he's got a win now at Sonoma. Apparently getting a win at Sonoma was on his checklist, and now he's got a win at Sonoma, so, yeah. But at the same time, Stewart-Haas Racing only has 2 victories this year so far, and we're officially halfway through the season. So, if Clint Bowyer can get a win at some point this season, then that would be nice, but he's the only... Clint Bowyer, he's the only Stewart-Haas driver that I really want to win a race. So, hopefully he can win a race this season. That will be Stewart-Haas's last win of the year. And maybe they'll consider going back to Chevy in 2018, because what was Stewart-Haas Racing trying to accomplish when moving over to Ford? They were just fine in Chevy. I think Stewart-Haas Racing already has 3 championships, and they won those all in Chevys. Yeah, I believe it was Tony Stewart twice, and then Kevin Harvick in 2014. Yeah, all those championships came in Chevys. And now that Stewart-Haas Racing is winning Ford, now they're nowhere near up the points grid. Maybe they will be later on in the season, but probably not. I think I don't know. I just don't want Stewart-Haas Racing to do well anymore. Yeah. I liked Stewart-Haas Racing at first, but as soon as I heard that they were going to Ford in 2017, that's when I lost my respect for them. And I did gain some respect back for Stewart-Haas in 2016 when Kevin Harvick was when Kevin Harvick was winning races and, advancing. But, yeah, as soon as the 2017 season started, that's when my respect for Stewart-Haas Racing went out the window. And now the only Stewart-Haas drivers that I like are Clint Bowyer and Danica Patrick. Yeah. Don't really care much about Kevin Harvick or Kurt Busch anymore. I kind of liked Kurt Busch. And I kind of liked Harvick as well. In fact, I kind of liked every Stewart-Haas driver. But, it's the reason that I want Clint Bowyer to win a race this season, because he hasn't won a race in about 1,000,000 years. I believe Clint Bowyer's last one came in 2013 or something like that. I'm not sure if this was 2013 or another year. But, I don't know. But, the reason that I want Clint Bowyer to win a race is because he's one of my predictions to break with his winless streak this year. And, I can see him doing it. Maybe at Daytona. Who knows? Maybe Clint Bowyer can break that winless streak when we go to Daytona. Which is next week, by the way. Yep, you can already hear the fireworks. Everybody's already building up for the hype for the July the 4th weekend, where we'll be heading back to Daytona. We'll be racing under the lights. A few drivers are going to be in their patriotic paint schemes. Yeah, no, that Chase Elliott and Jimmy Johnson will be driving patriotic paint schemes this year. No patriotic paint scheme for Dale Jr. though, but that's understandable because Dale Jr. just isn't a good driver anymore. You know, not at all really. In fact, Dale Jr. rarely wins these days. It's kind of crazy how Truex can now win more races in a season than Dale Jr. I don't know. But I think that Chase Elliott is going to be the new face of NASCAR once Dale Jr. retires, because you know everyone's all around Chase Elliott, and Chase Elliott. I mean, you know, I see why everyone's around Chase Elliott, because Chase Elliott is a good driver. He may not have won a race just yet, but I can tell you right now that Chase Elliott is going to win a race this season, eventually. But he's only got the remainder of the season to do it. And I'm still looking for Daniel Suarez and Eric Jones to get their first wins as well. At this point, I'm not really sure if Daniel Suarez or Eric Jones can win a race this season. Mainly because, you know, they haven't been doing too well this season. Well, Eric Jones is actually doing pretty good, but Daniel Suarez, yeah, he needs some work, so hopefully at some point in the season all these drivers can get their first wins, or else my predictions are just going to be wrong. Wrong as a sausage in the back. Yep. Yeah. But that's all I got for this race review. I'm not sure if you guys enjoyed it, but if you did, make sure to like and comment on this video. And if you haven't already, subscribe. I upload videos daily. And that's going to be a new thing in my outro, isn't it? Oh dear. See you in the next video, guys. Bye-bye.